First, I wanted to get something out of the way. I made a video a few months back saying 4,000 hours later and I'm done with Destiny 2. This video was more of a thoughts video on Destiny as a whole. When I put "I'm done with Destiny 2" in the title, I genuinely didn't want to play Destiny 2 anymore. And I didn't, but 1 month later, I was back on Destiny 2. Before you say, but you kept uploading Destiny content, so it was clearly clickbait. And while I would agree with you, you're missing the context. I didn't want to get on Destiny for 3 months before I made that video. My friend wanted me to get the annual pass for the game, and I simply didn't want to. I'm sacrificing so much for my friends because I care about them. They're the closest friends I had since, well, my Call of Duty friends, whom I'm still friends with, by the way. I'm gonna be honest, as long as they're playing on Xbox, I can't leave Xbox or Destiny, but just so you know, I'm not happy playing Destiny, like, at all. I'm just doing it for them. Anyway, let's talk about these nerfs. After reading the swab, I wasn't surprised at all. Everything we assumed was gonna get nerfed, well, got nerfed. I'm not gonna go through the whole this week at Bungie because countless of other content creators went over it already, but in this video, I'm just giving my opinion on what's getting nerfed as a whole. First, super regenerating exotics. It is in my humble opinion that they shouldn't be in the game. To begin with, point blank period. Why do I say that? That seems extreme, doesn't it? I hear you ask. Well, let me explain. Anything that makes you get your super back faster will always be a top tier exotic. Ursa, Shards, Skull, or any super regenerating exotics after that. Do you really want to keep balancing these exotics until they're absolutely useless? Supers are a primary source for big damage in the game, in the whole game. I made a few comments on other videos about the Celestial Nighthawk being nerfed, because when something like this can happen... Is that a problem? Well, I guess not, because it's not a super regenerating exotic, but it's still powerful. Why did I bring this up? Because the Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten nerfs. I already disagree with the nerf, and I honestly didn't believe they were gonna nerf them, because a pinnacle weapon is supposed to be powerful and worth your time, right? Right? Well, not too long ago, I got my 1000 voices on my 14th Last Wish raid completion, a very powerful weapon from a difficult raid, might I add. I don't like LFG because I'm a solo player, so it was more of a chore than anything. I was happy I got it, but then I used it, and I was very disappointed. It was pitifully weak. The only thing exotic about the gun is what it does. It's not powerful, so why use it other than to show it off to people? Obviously, it's still powerful, but not more than other weapons. I wasted my time trying to get an exotic they nerfed into the ground anyway. Am I happy that I got it? Of course I am. But now when I look at it, I know that I can't use it on bosses. So I go to the next best option, either a Wardcliff Coil or Whisper of the Worm or another boss damaging exotic, no matter what that may be. These weapons have also been nerfed into the ground as well, but that doesn't make them useless, but it kills the reason to use them to begin with, just like Gjallarhorn or Touch of Malice, Bicameron, or Spindle. What I'm getting at is Bungie needs to stop nerfing weapons or armor pieces because of their use. Listen, we're using the most efficient weapon for the job. That doesn't mean we shouldn't use these other weapons. I know for damn sure I won't waste my teammates' time in PvE just because I want to fool around with a Rat King or something. Outside of raids, I love messing around with loadouts and strikes, Black Armory Forgers, the like. I know they're coming from a good place. They won't bring other weapons up because of power creep, being that it'll be hard to balance encounters for that very reason in the future. and I understand that. But using a gun that does unique things isn't what makes us feel powerful. Not for me, at least. Doing a lot of damage and clearing enemies quickly, that's what makes us feel powerful, and in turn makes encounters and activities easier. There's always a must-use loadout for the most efficient and optimal boss DPS. Ad clearing? Well, you can just use anything you feel comfortable with on that aspect, so I'm not going to talk about that. We use what's best and we use what's fast. That doesn't make other weapons any less irrelevant. If we want to have fun, we'll just do it in our own time. If we want to get something done, we'll use the most efficient weapon for the job, to make the activity faster and easier. I guess it does make a weapon or armor piece irrelevant, but then you're gonna see less use in that weapon and more use in another weapon or gear piece. And the scale is just gonna be completely out of whack. So nerfing an item for the sake of making us use other items is kinda like throwing away all our juice or soda and forcing us to drink water when we were younger. Or throwing away all the ketchup so we'll use mustard. Anyway, that's really all I have to say on the matter. I understand, but there's gonna be a point where the only way to balance the game correctly is to go back to the old weapon system. I seriously hope that doesn't happen, but if Bungie doesn't want us to be powerful and make activities and raids easier and faster, then that's all I can really think of. I'm not providing any solutions, that's just my opinion. Anyway, that's all for now. Remember, love you, always be you, and never change you. Have a good day.